welcome to the party, and the party has begun. Today the party's theme is paint. It's a paint party, and man, painting can be so much fun. And you know, painting is great. Painting is a lot of fun, but what's even more fun than painting? Painting the cool thing that we've done and shown everybody just how great it can look with the coat of paint. So we're going to do some things to make it look even more amazing, and that is a few things. Like, we're going to caulk down here at the bottom. There's a little gap down here, so we're going to start with that. We're going to put some caulk in it. So this thing has lots of screws in it. It's got screws going up into the top, and then screws going from here into there, and then screws going from here into here. It's got lots and lots of screws, and so let's fill them up with putty. Now we got these hose clamps here, and they're here because we went all the way around, and everywhere there was a loose joint, we opened it up and stuck glue in it, and then put these on here and squeezed the glue back out, scraped it off real good, and now it's had a lot of time to dry, and so we're going to take them off. Okay, we're going to put a drop cloth down on the base of this thing so we don't get globs of gook on our base. You don't want globbly gook on your nice work. Okay, before we take the top off the paint, let's shake it a little bit. I'm just twirling it a little bit. I'm moving it back and forth a little, and that'll help stir it up. We've been using it, so it doesn't need to be shaken that much. I got the top off, but we're going to put it back on because we're going to do something very important, and it's going to make this job really great. Scrape. Now, in case you haven't already noticed, scraping doesn't make it look good. It makes it look good after it's been painted. But while you're scraping, it's hard to tell where you've been and what it's actually accomplishing. So you want to go in a steady sweep. And so we did that here, but I'm going to double check because this is such an odd surface. I'm going to use some sandpaper. All right, the easy part. This is just where you go up and down. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on this, and just nice and easy strokes, and we're going to go around one more time. I'm going to put a few extra strokes on these glue joints to make sure they are not gobbly gluey. And we got two spots that need some putty. So it's a good thing we got the putty right here. So we just scraped this area right here, and it's going to look really good when it's painted, but we got more scraping to do to go down there. But why wait? Let's paint it now, because as soon as you scrape, it starts peeling again. So let's paint it while it's freshly scraped. So more paint is better than less paint. So we're going to start off by putting plenty of paint on and flooding it, and then we'll take the excess off after we filled in all the little gaps and places. And in order to get plenty of paint on it, we're going to start off by dipping the brush in and keeping as much paint as we can on the brush. By smacking it against the side. And we'll lift it out, or even roll it around a little bit and slap it on. Now it's been on there for a minute or two, and it's not quite so runny. It's dried a little bit. Now you can smooth it around, going in the direction of the decorative lines in the wood. Okay, now we're going to scrape some more. And before we do that, there's one thing to be concerned about, and that is if you scrape, these scrapings will come back. How? Well, they jump into the paint bucket and cling to the brush, and they get back on the column again. So in order to prevent that, we put the top back on the paint can. I think it's important to note that I'm not looking at it and scraping it to get some kind of visual satisfaction here. I'm just gliding this thing over it, and I can tell when I'm done by the way that it feels. So gravity is being our friend here. It's protecting our work up top as we make a mess down here. Our nice work stays nice and clean up top. And also as we move down, we're moving along with gravity, or gravity is working with us. Either way, it helps the job flow easier. All right, let's dust it off and then we'll see what it looks like when we paint this base. We are dust free, carefully all dusted, because that's one way you can get stuff back in your paint and leave little bits of junk all over your job. But there's something else that we have to be careful of, and that is this caulk joint right here is still a little wet. So we don't want to knock that caulk out of there when we paint, so we're going to baby it with the brush. And now, an amazing transformation. It's really amazing what paint can do to take something that's all patched up looking and change it into something simply beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed the painting party. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.